Hello and welcome to this video. My name is James Moruri, a student in Moi University main campus, a fourth year student in School of Education, Department of Technology Education, and specializing in Building and Civil Technology and Computer, BCT. I am of admission number TED stroke 153 stroke 19. Now in this video, we're going to discuss about our virtual trip 1, which encompasses three key aspects, which number 1 is factory planning layout, and the second aspect of it is industrial safety and health, and the third and last aspect is technologies in the manufacturing process. So I hope you find the video informative, as it's going to provide the key insights about the process of laying out a factory to ensuring safety needs and now the technologies in the manufacturing. So we are going to begin with the very first aspect and delve into it immediately. So factory planning layout. So factory planning layout could as well be defined as the arrangement of equipment within a factory. And arrangement of equipment does not necessarily mean the equipment that is used in manufacturing alone. It also entails the structural planning of the departments within the factory. It also includes the positioning of devices within the factory itself. And lastly, it also encompasses the location of the individual offices, or rather individual workstations within the factory itself. That is as far as factory planning layout is concerned. And a well-laid factory could have the departments well located at strategic locations, having the equipment located in different departments as they're supposed to be, and also having the individual workstation located as they're supposed to be. Sorry for that. So, what are some of the advantages of a well-designed factory layout? So, when a factory layout is well planned and designed, it has advantages both to the worker, to the manufacturing process, and even to the end product itself. So, the first advantage of a well-designed factory layout is it reduces the number of accidents. This is as a result of reduced number of handlings and operations that are supposed to be done by workers. When a factory is well designed, workers would not really need to move from a workstation to another because the process the processes in the factory are sequential and workers are in a position to work from the workstations and accomplish the individual roles within the belt of production. The second one, it also in it reduces the number of operations since some operations can be combined. When a factory layout is well laid, is well planned, there are some operations that can be combined, and in the process, in that production chain, some of them can be combined. They can be done either at the same time, or instead of a production process that within the production chain that was to be done maybe much later, could be done at a prior stage because some of them can be combined. It also reduces the number of handlings. The number of handlings could as well mean how much in the production process one person in a particular specialization could do a particular work within the factory processing or production. This means that if a layout is well put out, workers do not really need to have much of mechanical handling, or rather, even if it was to be automated. So it is once it has passed a certain stage of procedure and goes to the next one, there is reduced handling in the production process. It also extends the process of specialization. Extending the process of specialization could as well mean that if if the factory plan is well laid out, workers within the production process in the factory are in a position to deal or rather to work at their stations, and then by 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 either receiving the product in the chain of production from the previous process or handing it over to the next process by working it on that stage wholly. So it makes workers within the production line, production chain, to specialize at the level of production. So hence it enhances specialization of the worker. It also permits working at optimum conditions, hence eliminating congestion. So when one has reduced the number of handlings they're supposed to have, when one has reduced the number of movements, when one has reduced the number of accidents, that provides an optimum working environment for that worker. Hence, it has reduced congestion. And optimum conditions by eliminating congestion could also lead to better work conditions for the employer. It also it, okay, it also decreases the amount of inspection that is to be involved. Decreasing the amount of inspection that is to be involved could as well mean that if in a production chain, or rather in the line of production, a certain worker has handled a specialty, or rather, as we said, it enhances specialization. When during the inspection process, it is easier to either locate the source of the problem or to supervise the individual the individual the individual departments within the production line, because it has reduced, or rather it is well laid out, so it is easier to track, it is easier to know where something is happening and make corrections accordingly. So that is as far as factory planning layout is concerned. Now to the second part, which is which is industrial health and safety. Industrial health and safety could as well be defined as a multi as it could as well be defined as it is a multilateral approach to which guidelines are laid down in the factory and how they're supposed to be adhered to. So it helps to keep the workers safe within the factory and ensure that there reduced number of accidents. So industrial health and safety encompasses three aspects. The first one is industrial safety. The second one is industrial health, and the third one is industrial hygiene. But of the most important essence to us is industrial safety. Industrial safety is an approach that is used in industries to ensure, or rather to determine how accidents occur, and either to prevent them from occurring or teaches persons how to react to accidents upon they have occurred. So some of the occupational safety and health tips include: workers within the factory should maintain a proper and upright posture when working with machines. That means that for machines such as conveyor belts, they should not lean so close, but they should be in a position to have a clear view of what is happening on the workstation. The second one is they should have awareness of the emergency exits. So in the event that there is an accident or a calamity or an hazard within the factory, they should be well aware about the exits within the factory and the emergency exits, most importantly, and that will help them to move or run to safety. Another third one is using machines for the right purposes. Most of the accidents in factories or industries could at times be caused by workers trying to use machines for purposes that they are not meant for, just because of their thinking that they can use that instead of using the original one. So it is very well advised that machines or equipment should be used for the right purpose. So now to the last part of industrial health and safety. So what is the importance of the safety measures? So some of the importances of, or rather advantages of, safety measures include: there is there is there is less retraining time for employees. Less retraining time for employees means in the event of an accident or an emergency within the factory, some of these some of these accidents could at times be permanent, or rather could cause either death or permanent paralysis to the workers. So that could force the industry to go and look for a different worker who they'll need to first give a job training to retrain, to train about the work and try to fit them into that role. Another one, another advantage of, or rather importance of safety measures is it reduces the occupational health costs. Occupational health costs could as well mean the amount of money and resources that are input into trying to restore the health of the workers who have been injured during the industrial production processes, either by their families or by the factory itself. So it casts on the cost. So, and the third one is that it ensures employee retention and satisfaction. Employee retention means that when a certain employer at their workstation has worked there for quite some time, there is more specialization, and the more the employees get used to their work, they will be more, they'll tend to be retained at their specific areas of work, and hence that will lead to satisfaction of the employees themselves, hence they will be more motivated to do their own work. So that is as far as industry health and safety is concerned. So moving to our last part, which is what we call the technologies in manufacturing. We have what we in recent technologies in manufacturing, we have what we call the computerized numerical control, which is also called the CNC. The computerized numerical control is the automated control of machining tools by means of a computer. So the CNC, which we call the computerized numerical control, it automates most of these machining tools by use of a computer. And now, how does it do that? So you find that in the machine process, maybe a piece of a material is designed to meet certain specifications. And how does it meet the specifications? There are certain coded and coded programmed instructions that are fed into the machine itself, and the machine has to follow those coded programmed instructions and does not need a manual operator to control it manually or directly during the machining operation. So it conducts production by following what you call the coded programmed instructions that are fed into it. And during the machining operation, it doesn't need a manual operator to help in the production process. So what are some of the advantages of these new technologies like the computerized numerical control technology? One, it has ensured or increased efficiency in production. Efficiency in production could be measured as a percentage of the input and the output, such that, and we know that when the efficiency is optimum, it is at 100%. But for any production process, it can never be at 100%. But any system, or rather anything that brings it closer to 100%, we could say that it increases or ensures efficiency, hence reducing the percentage of what goes to waste. It has also increased the speed of production. Since these are coded program instructions that are fed into a computer, they will do as exactly they have been coded, or rather they've been programmed in the machining process. Hence, they reduce the time that is to be used in production, since it is faster. It has also made manufacturing flexible. Manufacturing flexible in the sense that at times some operations do not really need people, or rather manual operators, to oversee them. They can run on their own. Hence, manufacturing is flexible, and those persons attached to those roles can now be given different roles. And the last one, it has increased profit margins. Increasing of profit margins means there is reduced wastage and the efficiency is high. Hence, production is better, and what they use in producing and what they produce itself, there is a better profit margin. Thank you for watching this video about our virtual trip 1. I hope you find it informative, and thank you for your time. Have a good time.